Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It's Monday, Labor Day Monday. It's a holiday, thank God. It's a coffee kind of day as well. I had too many already. But I didn't have to get up at the crack of dawn, which is good. I wanted to join in on a thread from James Griffith showing 10 favorite psychedelic songs. And just finished watching Chris Profi's Musically Obsessed thread on this one as well. Both great videos, both great selections. You guys chose some amazing songs. Thank you. Both great channels. Check them out if you don't know them already. So I'm going to go through that. But firstly, I'm not going to be playing any music on here. I'll be putting a Spotify playlist below with all the tracks that I've chosen. I just find that easier, and some pretty cool tracks. I chose from the haul that I received last weekend, and I could have chosen, the Jefferson Airplane and that type of thing, but I wanted to choose different stuff that maybe others hadn't chosen. So hopefully I've chosen some great ones. And lastly, before I get into the video, this Friday, the 11th of September, is the draw for my contest. If you haven't entered, please enter. It's showing animated objects in the band's name or the album title. Animated objects, of course, anything with a heart or soul, anything alive, a man, woman, child, dog, cat, bird. And let me know that you've put that entry in by putting a link to your video and my channel. Also, obviously, subscribe to my channel and hit that like and the bell button as well. So anytime I submit a video, you guys are going to know about it. So again, on the 11th of this Friday of September, $30 Amazon gift card. And good luck to everyone, and congratulations to the eventual winner. Not sure who that's going to be. I've yet to go through and tally up how many entries I had. I had a ton of entries so far. So let's get started on this thread. This band is mostly known for being a progressive rock band, but their first 2 or 3 albums are pretty trippy, pretty progressive stuff. So this is The Serpent is Rising, Styx. And just the album cover alone is pretty trippy. Still listening to this one, still discovering it, still getting to know more about it. But this is the 3rd album released by the band in 1973. This was before the Tommy Shaw era. This had John Kurowski in it. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. An amazing player on his own, amazing singer-songwriter on his own. But he wrote a very trippy song about Krakatoa and the events surrounding the volcano that happened in 1883 in Krakatoa. It's more of an oral song rather than a singing song, but it's just out there. It's really just out there. It's pretty amazing stuff. This band, again, I'm really getting to know. So far, from what I've heard, these guys are awesome. And just the cover alone is worth the entry. Very trippy cover. But this is Spirit, the 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. Spirit, rock band formed in 1967. This was their 4th studio album released in 1970. Space Child, I've chosen the song from that. Kind of a Moody Blues type of opening. Intense piano and synth in the background. Also sound of seagulls throughout it. Awesome instrumental. Wow. Say that 10 times fast. Awesome instrumental. It's a break in the album, so it's an instrumental between some very hard and rockin' tunes. Sorry about that. But awesome. Yeah, and just the title itself, Space Child. is enough to become a trippy song. From one of my favorite bands, and I'm so happy I got this album. I've got their first 2 albums. This is their 3rd one. Deep Purple self-titled, or Deep Purple 3. This is the last album of the Mark I version of the band, before they went on to form the Mark II version with Ian Gillan and Roger Glover. This featured Rod Evans on vocals and Nick Simper on bass, who, in my opinion, do an amazing job. I'm not sure what the dynamics were at the time. I know Richie Blackmore wanted a more heavier sound in the vocals, and a heavier rhythm in the bass and the drums. But Nick Simper on some of these tracks, he's an amazing bass player. I know Rod Evans was more of a, maybe didn't have the range that Ian Gillan has, but great singer on his own. Anyway, this is the album released in 1969, the 3rd album, and the song I chose from this is Flatline. Another instrumental. It was recorded in LA when they realized they were going to be in Los Angeles during the earthquake time. So they wrote a song called Flatline, or Fault Line. The drum track was recorded first, and then the organ, and then they reversed it, which makes it sound real trippy stuff. So yeah, really pleased with that album. It's so good. And these guys, of course, are the grandfathers of prog rock, but they can be pretty psychedelic at times as well. This is A Question of Balance by the Moody Blues. Released in 1970, their 6th studio album. And I chose And the Tide Rushes In. Written after a fight with Ray's wife, Ray, and I forgot to write his last name down. He's one of the other songwriters. They had a big fight, and he wrote this song after that. And it's another instrumental. I don't know why I've chosen a lot of instrumentals, but it's so trippy, and it's so has got a great, awesome guitar sound to it. Great instrumental effects all the way through the song, and it's wonderful. So cool track. I guess I had to choose a classic off of this one. This is Steppenwolf's Greatest Hits. And from that I chose Magic Carpet Ride. So Magic Carpet Ride, of course, Steppenwolf, a great Canadian-American band, formed in 1968 with the great singer John Kay. So just the initial lyrics alone on this song. I like to dream right between the sound machine. On a cloud of sound I drift with night. Any place it goes just right. It's just psychedelic from start to finish. Numaguma, Pink Floyd. And I chose the first track. This one has a part live, part studio. Numaguma is released in 1969. So the very first track is Astronomy Domine, written by Syd Barrett, the great sad story of Syd Barrett. But on this is the live track, and the vocals were shared by David Gilmour and Richard Bright. Did an amazing job on it, but very, very trippy sound, very trippy song. T-Rex, Electric Warrior, awesome album. Mr. Mark Bolan. I chose. This was released in 1971. I chose Cosmic Dancer, psychedelic ballad featuring strings, adding to the vibe of the song. Bolan's backwards solos are just wonderful. Kind of adds to the very eerie vibe of the song. He was an amazing player. He just another one that was taken too soon. Taken too soon. This one's trippy from start to finish. This is, and I've never understood why they cut the corners, but that's just the design of the album. But this is Traffic, the low spark of high-heeled boys. Just an amazing album. One I want to dig more into. But I chose. So first off, this was released in 1971. I chose Hidden Treasure. It's filled with awesome images of nature themes and mostly concerned about water. It's the first track off the album, and it starts off the album and it just continues on with this journey. But an amazing song. Traffic is very highly underrated as far as I'm concerned. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're bigger than I thought they were. But man, they're so good, so good. Speaking of hard rock bands that have a psychedelic edge to them, this is Uriah Heep's first album. Look at the cover on that one, just wonderful. It's called Very Heavy and Very Humble. I don't have an English accent, but it was a debut album released in 1970. I chose Dream Mare, filled with psychedelic lyrics and complex vocal arrangements, with a heavy beat all the way through it. It's cool stuff. Uriah Heep's great. I love these guys. The kind of a Deep Purple-ish hard rock sound, but Dream Mare for sure. And finally, Brain Salad Surgery, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And from that I chose Toccata. It's a blast in your face, weird, there's so much going on in that song. It's just close your eyes and take what you have and just go on that adventure. But wonderful album, great song. These guys were so amazing. So there you have it. As I said, I'll be putting a Spotify playlist below. Some cool psychedelic tracks. Join in on a thread. It's fun. It really is. And again, on the 11th, I have the draw, so please enter my contest. Let me know that you've entered. Subscribe to my channel. Like, hit that bell. Do everything you're supposed to do. Have yourself a wonderful day, and take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.